Payne here. Hope all is well. I think we're day 348 on this 50-pound weight loss journey. Dropped quite a bit of weight last night, so got down to 202.6. So like in 2 days, I'm down 4.5, 5 pounds, which is that water. You know, I know I'm sabotaging myself when I am at 200, 199, and then, you know, have a blowout, and then boop, 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 up, come down, boop, 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 have a party, boop, 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 boop. It's crazy. Yet at the same time, I like enjoying myself. I'll tell you, if I could stay thin 24/7, 365, I'd probably party all the time. But the weight is what keeps me on the, I don't want to say straight and narrow, because I'm not a straight and narrow kind of guy. But that's the way it goes. What else? So I got a call from my doctor today. I went in yesterday to do blood work. I had called him. We had a over the phone appointment because of COVID on Monday, and told him, you know, hey, I feel great this weekend, but last week and the weeks before I was just dragging my ass and could hardly get off the couch and couldn't go more than 3 or 4 hours, and you know, I don't procrastinate. I was just like dreading to do stuff. I'd do it, but it took me more time than I want. My level of procrastination is this: instead of doing it like this, it takes me like half an hour, 45 minutes, an hour to get to an hour max. So anytime I don't do it like this, in my mind, I'm procrastinating. So he called me, I got the scare of my life, because he goes, hey, this is Dr. Holmes. And the guy's first name's John. So his name's John Holmes. For those who, I think everybody knows who John Holmes is. Anyway, it's not the John Holmes, but it's the John Holmes, my doctor. And what I like about him, he's my new doctor, because my old doctor moved, and in the practice, what I understand is this guy is the man. What I like about him when he calls you is he doesn't go, hey, it's Dr. Holmes. He calls you and says, hey, it's John Holmes. And it's like, great, awesome, casual, you know, as opposed to this doctor stuff. So he called me, and the first thing he said was, and the phone was a little like static and stuff. So all I heard was blood work and cancer. And I was like, whoa. So then I'm listening a little bit longer, and he goes, you know, at least you don't have cancer. I'm like, oh, great. I thought it wasn't good there. And then he went through and he said, like, my good cholesterol, says, is amazing. It's like, I don't know what the number was. It was like 130 or something, like just way on the high side. He said my testosterone, which I was worried about being low, said it's on the high side of like whatever the normal is. It's on the high side. So that's a good thing. And then what else did he say? So on the negative sort of stuff, he found that my blood sugars were sitting at 6.2. That's the Canadian equivalent. I don't know what the US is. My wife, Alice, she's diabetic, so I know a lot about diabetes. And so 6.2, he would like to see it at a 6, and he wasn't sure about that. And, you know, he thought, you know, one of the advice he gave, which, you know, he asked, do I have diabetes in the family? And my 2 brothers have diabetes, type 2, so they're taking pills. And in both their cases, it's because they're overweight. If they lost weight, they wouldn't eat it. And of course, the doctor said to me, he says, you know, let's monitor it. He says the best thing you can do, and what's really important, is to lose weight, stay slim, and exercise. And he said if you had to pick between the two, stay slim. So I said, okay, that's cool. And then the other thing that he found was my creatinine was a little bit high. And he wasn't sure if it was because I maybe went there a little dehydrated, or he sees creatinine higher if people are working out regularly and the muscles rebuilding. And I did pump iron the night before I went in, so that could be an issue. So we're going to go back and we're going to retake those tests, and he's going to see how it goes. Food wise, as you can see, I am like killing it right now, staying under the 1500 most of the, I think for the last few days anyway. And that blowout that I had was really helpful. I don't know what it is. It just resets the button. Even when I was training really competitively for Ironman, you start to feel burnt out or whatever. Boom, I have a blowout night till like 3-4 in the morning in the Pig and Whistle, and I felt like a new man. Saying I used to always say was, having beers is like a vacation in a bottle. You don't have to go anywhere, and it resets the clock. Although this last one, I didn't like it at all. You wake up so lousy. The Malo 5, I'm starting to go like, hey man, am I becoming, a Malo 5 guy? Am I going to go from, drinking alcohol to being a druggie or what? So I don't know. But tonight I got on the bike and did it. My calves were feeling, again, yesterday weren't the greatest. Today they felt good. So I got on the bike and I did 30-minute ride, which is what the coach has me going, which doesn't seem like anything, yet at the same time when I got on, because it's been, I guess, a week since I rode the bike, I could feel it, in the legs, but I didn't push it at all. The doctor did say everything that everybody's been saying, Joe's been saying, Dr. Fonseca's been saying on the comments, all that. The doctor said the same thing. At your age, you need more time to recover. That's part of, blah, blah, blah. Which reminds me, I'm missing your comments, Joe. I like them so much. I like the suggestions, advice, thoughts. So if you're watching, let me know you're still alive, because I'm concerned about you. And I also want to know where you're at weight-wise, if you're still in the 190s. So hopefully you get my message and that you're okay, because you're my comment buddy. You and Dr. Fonseca and I think Kristen. It's not a huge group. It's a very exclusive group that comment. Jason, there's just like 4 or 5 of you. So anyway, miss your comments and want to find out where you're at. So where did I go? Yeah, so I did my bike ride. It was relatively easy. I've been eating really well. Mentally, I mentioned the other day that work has been stressful. And again, because there's too much work, which I guess that's a good problem, but it's when you care about what you do and you want to deliver a good job and it takes time, it becomes stressful, because I never want to let anyone down. So tomorrow, hopefully I'll have my 2 people. This week's been a bit of a blur. I did like 10 people interviewed initial. Then I give them all tests. They have to do these tests that aren't that easy and see how good they are at what we do. So they're skill tests of what we actually do. And then from there, I've got it down to 3 now. So tomorrow we got a couple of us are going to be interviewing them, and hopefully from there hopefully it's going to be a super tough decision, which I think it's going to be. I really do. So, but I'm so glad, because if I can hire them tomorrow and then have them start on Monday, because all of them are unemployed right now or self-employed, then that would be great. What else to say? Got up early this morning, 5:45, and then I went back to sleep. And that's the worst thing you can do, is when you wake up early. I went back to sleep because I wanted a little bit more sleep, but then I also thought, I don't want to weigh myself at 5:45, because I know I'm going to drop more water, just breathing and all that stuff, what I sleep. So I like to try to weigh myself at the same time. And the other thing was, I want to get back to these up and downs, how, it's like the worst thing, right? Like you're doing so well, you have one night, or at least I did, of eating lousy food or too much candy or sugar, chocolate, chips, that sort of stuff, which I'd done this week. The worst part is I find, for me, I can't speak for everyone else, but I detoxify when I sleep. So what I mean by that is I'll drench the bed. Like I could tell my body is, detoxing or whatever, and my pillow will be soaked, my bed will be soaked, I'll be shivering. And that, I had a couple of nights like that, and it's the worst feeling. And again, you would hope or think, or I would, that, hey dude, you don't like that feeling, why don't you just do things that take you where you're not going to have that? And that's so easy to say and so hard to do, because you want to live your life. You don't want to be some tortured soul. So that's basically it. In summary, I got my test results and I'm not, dying. So my doctor Google searches, no, I don't have, whatever the worst disease is, because Google will bring that up. I do think that the adrenal fatigue is real. I've been taking those. The minute I started taking those supplements and herbal things, I'd say within a day or two, I started feeling much better. My calves are feeling good. Tomorrow, I'm just going to do weights. And then on Saturday, I'm going to do maybe I want to do a longer run. He has me down for an hour on Sunday, but I'll probably cut it down a little bit shorter. Just because I don't want to risk it. It's, yeah. And I can already tell the tension just with things that are happening in my work life, the tension's starting to come down. Had some good news today, or semi-good news. So looks like we'll be able to keep the lights on for another month. So that's in the house. So that's a good thing. I'll also be happy. And yeah, basically that's it. So over and out, living pain. Have a good one. We will see you tomorrow. And Joe, tell me you're alive. Talk to you soon.